Well, we have a very famous person in here. Is that a Mets shirt, sir?
No, it's not. It's an MLB shirt.
All right. With Mets colors, though.
If that's what you'd like to see them as.
You got the Mets logo on the sleeve.
Oh, how about that?
You know what? This is not a good way to start our relationship. You're lying to us.
Mr. Jim Breuer's here. You know, it truly is an honor to have you here. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
And a huge fan of mine. He told me before. Which is fantastic.
What did you do before this? I'm just curious. Like before you went into radio.
Before I went into radio, I was a college dropout.
So you went from college, you went to college, blah, blah, and then just you knew this was it.
I went
radio.
to college and I got an internship and then dropped out of college to work and then kind of worked my way through the system. Because
there's nothing, you have the voice, like people, you know how many radio stations I've been to and you hear the voice? Mm-hmm. As soon as I walked in, your voice is exactly the same off air, and
thank you.
You have a tremendous voice.
Because there's a lot of people that put on, the...
Yeah. No, you don't. I was blown away by your voice. You should do...
Just yesterday.
Radio.
You
should be in radio, man.
Last night at Big St. Charles, somebody came up and said the same thing about the both of us. They're like, man, it sounds just like you guys are on the radio right now.
Oh, you're talking about the guys, like, you meet them off, know, on the streets, and they're like, hey, good to see you. And then on the air, they're like, 1:45, and it's time for the newest.
My voice off air is very Barry White-ish. This is all for...
No, here's the best. If you meet somebody, they go, man... I thought you'd be a lot fatter and older. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's nice of you.
I guess you can.
Much.
Well, tough. Some people have fat voices.
I have a very,
You're a fat kid voice.
Yeah, it's weird. I just got a fat body, so it's strange.
How that works out, though, dude. Skinny voice.
I know. We were wondering, so the Mets. You're a huge Mets fan.
Yeah, huge baseball, but I'm a Mets fan.
And the Mets are in town.
They are. What a coincidence!
Is that a coincidence?
No. No, I followed them. I've picked about 5 cities where they'll be playing where I can work out material, and I
knew it.
And it just happens that they're playing day games that I'm able to bop into.
He did. He said that yesterday. He said that he bets that you pick a few cities where the Mets will be, so you could go to the game.
Yeah.
Then do the
Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Seattle.
Have you been to the new Busch Stadium here?
No, I can't wait to see it.
It's nice.
I can't wait to see it.
It's beautiful.
Are you going to be head to toe in Mets gear?
Well, you know what? It just so happens the 7-line army is going, and if you don't know, I'm apologizing now to all Cardinal fans. You're not going to enjoy Saturday's game when these bananas show up.
No, now what is that?
They are this guy started what they call they're fans, but they wear certain shirts and they show up at cities and they pounce the bars. We're not talking 30, 40 people. You're going to see 1,000 to 2,000.
Oh, so it's rolling deep.
It rolling with flags, and they come and they invade stadiums, and they're only in the outfield. You'll see them in the outfield on Saturday, and they march down the street, and they have chants for every player and all that. But it pisses the crowd off because they're in your stadium and they're chanting, "Let's go Mets."
Are Cardinal fans very sensitive?
Fans. No. Unless you're a Cubs fan, most St. Louis fans are pretty welcoming. We just like the game, dude.
Well,
do you remember the whole...
Put it this way, I was in San Diego with the 7-line army. They're very laid back there, too. Everyone's laid back until someone shows up in your yard. You're like, oh, dude, it's cool. And like, yeah, our house rules. And it's relentless. And then what will happen is what you hope is the Cardinals start winning. And then you see all the quiet Cardinal fans go, that's right, go home, you stupid New Yorkers. And so, yeah, I'm going to...
Have you ever been removed from a stadium?
Never. And if I'm in other stadiums, I'm very respectful of what's going on there. I don't like going to other I don't like when people from other teams in my stadium, when the Mets were playing the Cubs in the playoffs, and the Chicago fans, it was Jake Arrieta was pitching. And
the look on your face when you said his last name.
And disgust, utter disgust.
Yeah,
real
yeah.
disdain.
He hasn't lost in 24 straight games, and he hasn't given up a run. And these yo-yos in front of me, the 4 of them, they're like, yeah, the Mets haven't faced Jake. And the Mets scored like 4 runs in the first inning. By the time the 4th run came up, I was standing up going, I thought this guy could pitch! Was it me or is he the big bad Jake Arrieta? No one scores off of him. Welcome to Queens, Jakey. Oh, it was.
Did they give you good seats? They hooked
Oh
up
yeah,
there?
no, they hooked me up. I had to pay, but it was.
I know, so I'm wondering how Jim Breuer comes to town and gets tickets for a Cardinal game.
I call. Oh, for the Cardinals. Now
or would
listen.
you get it through the Mets?
I'm going to the 7 line, but I would. Here's the thing about 7 line. I love going with them, but they sit in the outfield.
Right. Yeah, listen, you're Jim Brewer. You need good
I'd
seats.
like to sit. I want to
You
sit.
can't sit with the common folk. Come on.
I want to sit by the dugout. Of
course
but
you
I don't
do.
want to disrespect the Army. So,
They'll understand.
I forgot what game we were in Baltimore, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get a hot dog." I had seats behind home plate. Like, I got mobbed for 6 innings. I was right behind home plate. Like, yeah. And I go back out of the Army.
And they're like, hey, thanks for stopping back by.
Thanks for coming back.
Saw you on the Jumbotron.
No, I want to know,
Cool.
where you're sitting so I can tell people to throw D batteries at you.
You'll see us. You'll see.
Oh, look at this guy.
I'm amongst a crowd. You're gonna have good aim, real good aim.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Get a 4-pack of D batteries.
Thank you. Both teams are so it's not like the Mets aren't fighting for playoff. I think Met fans pretty much know we're close to done for the season. So it's really just like, hey, we go to the game,
and the Cardinals are just hanging on.
And the Cardinals are hanging on too.
Just
only because their division sucks so bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me just plug your shows real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So you're at Helium Comedy Club. You got 2 shows tonight. You got a sold-out show tomorrow at 7:30, and still tickets are available for the 10 o'clock show tomorrow.
Okay.
But they're going quick.
All right.
Now we had your buddy in here last Friday.
Now who's my
We had
buddy?
a friend of yours. Chris Kattan was here last Friday.
How'd that go?
It went all right.
Very, very differently than the first time we've had.
He came through back in 2015, and it was the only time I've ever in my radio career, I've been in radio for 18 years,
Yeah.
I've ever had to end a show early because I ran out of dump button.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see Chris doing. That's weird.
First time he was out of control. Out of control.
It was
That's
to
a
the
nice
point
way to
where
put
it went from, wow, this is hilarious, to, holy crap, this is scary, to, wow, this is so scary, it's hilarious.
And then we walked out of the studio.
You don't know where it's
We
going.
walked out of the studio and management was like, "Are you guys all right?"
Yeah, I
a little
felt like I got
shell-shocked.
beat up. I really did.
Yeah,
Really?
We were concerned
Was he
for
just
him.
hyper? And
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yes. And then he was in here last Friday, and I guess he said he's sober now, and
There you go.
he was calm and reserved. And in
Yeah.
fact, after the interview was over, he said, "Hey, man, thanks for taking it easy on me." But during our chat together,
Yeah.
I had mentioned a 2010 stand-up bit that you had done,
Oh God.
and you were talking about a
Him?
story with Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. What did he say about? Did he? Because I've never heard anyone actually bring it up to him.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
I
it's a
brought it
true
up.
story. And how did he? What did he
Can
say?
you explain the story?
Yeah, the story is we're doing SNL now. Chris was.
That's exactly how we try to describe it. We go, look, Chris.
He was back in the day, funny, a little exhausting for me at times. Okay, so we'd be on this. If he wasn't in a sketch, this one particular sketch, he wasn't really starring, and he wasn't on the show a whole lot, and you get frustrated. Norm very rarely would do a sketch, but when he decided to do one, he's on. It's just he's just that's
Norm
it.
Macdonald's the best.
Hey, I'm doing a sketch. I'm not getting the update. He's on, no matter what. So the sketch is with Pamela Anderson at the time, and she's doing a Twilight Zone, a piggy. She dressed as a piggy thing. I don't know the real story. I just know whatever. And she's supposed to. Whatever. So Norm, we do the table read, and Norm does it. He's supposed to be the main guy. Imagine if you will.
Yeah, Rod Serling.
He doesn't even try. He's eating a carrot stick. imagine every time and you look at it. Everything's there. Why can you try that? And so the sketch is picked up. And Kattan, every time we would camera block, whatever, was relentless. God, Norm, you don't even try. God, you don't even, are you even going to sound like? I don't understand why you at.
So he would just ride. If he's not the main star, he's riding everybody.
That particular time. And Norm Norm says things that'll make you cry. I saw him make females cry. I mean, I remember Sherry coming up one time, Sherry Terry coming up, and it was me, Norm, and maybe Tracy Morgan sitting there, and she comes like, what are you guys talking about? He's like, we're not talking about you, so go somewhere, you big C. You know, like, this ain't the C club right here. And you're like, oh my God, Norm. He just didn't care. Get out of my face and don't interrupt the boy. So
the boys are talking now.
I can't understand why Norm is taking this from Kattan. It's blowing my mind. So now we go to this goes all the way to the pre-show. There's the live show and there's the show at 8:00, dress show. And at the dress show, okay, people in the audience, 20 seconds to live air. And Norm is sitting there and Kattan's like in front of the crowd now. Now it's in front of people. God, Norm, you don't even stand. Oh, wait till you hear the sketch. And he's relentless. And the sketch starts, and Norm does it okay, but doesn't really sell the sketch. He's been there long enough. He knows this is going. Imagine if you will. Sure enough, in between shows, bang. What's starting off the show? The Pamela Anderson Twilight Zone. It's like in the first.
So I guess during the dress rehearsal, some of the sketches get dropped for the live show.
A good half hour to 40 minutes of a show gets dropped, and
so this one got picked up. Wow.
Norm knew it was going to get picked up. So now we're live. I'm not even exaggerating. And there goes Kattan. He starts again. I'm going, oh my God, it's in front of a live guy. I can't believe Norm is just quiet. I'm taking it. 20 seconds. God, Norm. 15 seconds. And Norm stops and he goes, Kattan, why don't you just tell everyone that you're gay? Because everyone here knows you're gay, but because you keep it down, it suppresses you and makes you this angry little this and that. And 10 seconds! And everyone knows you like this and you like that, and you let it 5 seconds! And then, boom, we're on! Imagine, if you will, another place and time.
Killed it.
Kattan was so mad. He just watched, and I couldn't even get my line out. I was laughing so hard. And I was doing the giggles, and my shoulders were shaking. So that was
so basically, Norm called him gay.
In front of everybody. And says, everyone knows you're gay. Every time a hot chick comes in here, you write something where you can make out and prove you're not gay. You are gay. No one has a problem with you being gay. It's just like, you're so angry. 10 seconds! What everyone thought Norm just said. And so what did Kattan say?
What did he say? He was like, first, he said...
Did he remember it, or did he pretend he didn't?
He remembered.
That's validation right there.
He remembered. He said, it's not true.
Seriously?
He said it's not true.
He's full of 100% donkey dust.
He said it wasn't true.
That went down 1,000%.
Right? What did he say? Jim likes to exaggerate.
Nah, no way.
Jim
100%.
likes to paint pictures.
Yeah, that's what he said. Likes to paint pictures.
He did say you were a funny guy.
He did say you were funny.
Oh no, I paint pictures, but that went down.
He
also said you were a very good kisser. Too.
I paint pictures. Realism.
He did say you were a funny guy. So.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate he doesn't remember that, because I remember clearly, and listen, it was a good time.
He better get it right, because he said he's writing a book about his days at SNL.
Well, he might have some good stuff, and it might add a lot of great radio for whoever it talks
Maybe he
about.
has the inside. He would not tell us how he broke his back or his neck.
Yeah, what happened?
He would not tell us.
He said he
could not tell us.
He made it sound like, I can't because of litigation or something, but I don't know if that's it or not. Yeah.
And I said, all right, you're writing a book on SNL. Tell us a little something. He goes, no.
Yeah.
He said, no.
Huh.
Okay.
And the other thing I thought was weird was you're writing a book about SNL and there's nothing like juicy or ooh.
Oh, dude, he was
like, oh, I'm not going to hurt anybody by writing a book.
Oh, there was one time where I almost knocked him out. I almost knocked him out. I mean, it was a long time ago, and I got
what
it
happened?
at the time. There was well, I was pissed because I was pretty convinced he took one of my sketches. So I already had problems with it. And
was it that competitive? Like,
oh, God, yeah.
For airtime?
Norm would do this. He'd go, yeah, Kattan's coming. Everyone hide your material.
And your husband.
And we were. It just...
Hey.
And again, it was a long time ago.
Right, hey.
I get it.
We were kids at the time, right?
Yeah.
We were kids.
And I get it. But this one particular time, I was so angry at him because I was waiting for this particular Joe Pesci sketch. Mm-hmm. And it was Rosie O'Donnell was coming on, and I knew she was going to be in great ratings. So you save your home run shots for the big ratings. So she's coming on a Christmas show. He comes in my room and he goes, What is that? What is that? What's Joe Pesci Christmas story? I said, well, we're not going to do the normal show. We want to do a Christmas special where he reads to the kids. And it was, hey, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, why is his nose red? Because he's a rat. He's his family rats. This is why his nose is red. And we would go through every single Christmas thing. And he goes, oh, my God, that's smart. It's really funny.
Okay.
The next week, we're reading. Actually, it was that week. I take it back. It was that week. And, when you sit down at the table and everyone's sitting around and you look to see what your name the sketches are in, and then you start reading. And I see Al Pacino Christmas thing. I'm like, that's weird. And so now it comes time to read it, and Lauren's like, Al Pacino, Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And he did exactly what I told him, but he did his Al Pacino. He's like, okay, kids, gather around. We're going to talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
So and verbatim.
I'm just thinking about it right now. The heat coming through my forehead as you're watching this go down in front of you, and you can't stand out in the room going, you stole that sketch, and because now you're a troublemaker.
Yeah.
And when it was over, I'm like, he came in my room. Tracy Moore was like, yo, man, that went down. I seen that wasn't right. You need to tell Lorne Michaels. And so that was already under my skin. But you don't want to
be like, I'm telling.
Right. And then the sketch didn't go, so now it's ruined. Now my sketch is ruined. Now I can't even.
So your Joe Pesci sketch
so now
never
I
went
can't
down?
do that. So, dude, things like that, where you're like, I felt like I was in high school.
Do you look back on those days and just go, how the hell did I make it through it? Because how many seasons were you on?
3.
3 seasons.
And it ended fairly not great. Mm-hmm. I was going on peaking, but the off-stage stuff was really, it was exhausting.
Was it just high school drama stuff?
It was a lot of high school drama. It was really, it's tough to sit. I wasn't mentally prepared or thick-skinned enough to sit in a room with guys that I've never, it's like you sitting down, oh, I got a great radio bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you've been doing it, you know your crew, but you got 3 other guys here going, this stuff is stupid. And they're the ones that got to write for you and put it, and you're like, what's... All right, well, do we have something good you can add, or are we just getting
one cohesive unit instead of every man for himself?
So until you figure that out, like now, if I went back, I would murder because I'm not emotionally attached, and I understand. All right, this kid's young.
If I went back to high school, I'm sure I'd do better than I did.
Of course. But at the time, but a third. This is when I knew I was in trouble when it was a year and a half into it. I was killing. It was doing really good, and the head writer at the time and another big writer at the time, they came up to me, I swear to God. They said, Jim, good luck, man. They're coming after you, and we both quitting. I'm like, what? You can't quit. And one,
you're my guy.
Yeah. And one guy went off to work with Spade, and the other guy went to do the Seinfeld show. And I'll never forget them going. I said, "What do you mean they're coming at us?" Like, "Oh, dude, wait, you wait. The next guy in line does not like you."
Wow.
And I didn't really understand what was going on. And then as
But in
time
the back
went
of your
on,
head, though, you're like, "Uh-oh, there's something going on."
yeah, and you
here.
don't
Wow.
understand it till you in it. But
I can't imagine the paranoia.
nonstop.
Of
you think you're
like-
getting fired all the time.
Yeah, man. I can't.
And yet, while you're thinking that, you got to be creative.
Right. You
And bring stuff to the
nonstop,
table.
thinking you're
But
getting
listen,
fired.
I mean, since SNL, you've had a very, very successful career.
I did good for myself.
You've done very good for yourself.
I'm doing all right.
Whether it be the half-baked stuff, whether it
Sure,
be
sure.
your
Stand-up.
stand-up stuff.
Yeah, sure.
You got a podcast. You put out a rock and roll record
Yeah, that was fun.
last year.
Yeah, that was
We
fun.
know you're a big metalhead.
I like the metal.
So
I like the metal.
we
I like
would
the new Metallica.
We would like to play a little game with you.
All right, let's
Okay.
go. What would you-
So what do we call this game?
Well, first he needs to take his shirt off, right?
The game is called Name That Lullaby.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll play you the lullaby version of a classic
Of a
metal
metal
song.
song. Okay.
And have you heard any of these before?
I heard some of the Metallica ones.
Well, let's see how you do with these. Okay, we played this last time with Jim Florentine.
Yep.
Oh, he's good at this too. He knows. He knows.
He was terrible.
He was bad at it.
He was
Terrible.
awful.
It's not as easy as it seems.
No, it's really not. It takes you, and then it's hard to get the name.
It was funny. Every single answer he was like, "This is Megadeth."
I don't really know that one. But me and that metal show, we're gonna be there with a trunk, and me and Donnie, we're gonna be down there at the
We'll start
club.
off. We'll start off with this is
We
a
got
layup here.
avatars playing there. They're getting back together from the '70s, and
Docking. It's always docking.
Doc, Donnie's a great friend of mine. He's got George Lynch's brothers playing in the band. It's gonna be good.
All right, Jim Breuer. Let's see how you do with this one. Here we go. This is an easy one, I think.
It's Metallica. Doon dad, doon dad, dun 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 dun. It's Master Puppets.
You got it. All right, that's one right.
He worked it out.
Yeah.
That's a practice one.
That's an easy
I'll
one.
keep score.
That's an easy one.
All right, how about this one?
1-0.
This is a tough one.
Oh, it's Rush. Tom Sawyer.
Is it the slide whistle that gave it away?
No, I mean listen to the beginning. I mean
That's not in the original.
No, it's not as arrogant. Discontent. Lighting out the days of ends.
here's another one. Classic rock song. You got it now. You got it.
Oh, Panama.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
You had to get there.
There you go.
You know, I had it I had it just before that. I knew I could hear it and I couldn't place where it was going. I'm like, I know the song.
Yes.
All right. How about this one?
Is this Sabbath? Wait. Oh, yeah. It's Paranoid.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Got that right.
Said that right away. That was my
damn-
quickest one.
That damn cricket was back in the studio. I was looking around trying to find him.
Let's do 2 more.
Are you guys think I'm crazy?
Is Ozzy here?
Nailed
Where'd Jim
it.
Breuer go? All right, how about this one?
come on, that's too easy. Stand up and be counted for what you are about to receive. We are the dealers.
Have you ever been asked to open up for a? Yeah, did you open up for Metallica?
Yeah, this is a disaster.
It's one of my favorite stories of yours. Love this story.
Disaster. Someone calls me from their I know them. So the movie company calls and says, now I've got 2 big sold out theaters in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they go, listen, Metallica is filming a movie in Vancouver and they want you to warm up the crowd. So you want me to stand up? You want me to bring the band? Or no, just warm up. Mm-hmm. So are you available tomorrow? Yeah. No, let me hear this. So the whole band's there. We're on FaceTime and with the production crew of the movie. And
was this the Through the Never thing they did?
I've asked multiple times. So you don't want stand up? No, we just want you to warm the crowd up. I said, what does that mean, warm the crowd up?
I wouldn't understand what that meant.
I said, so you're going to fly me first class from the East Coast to West Coast to do a 5-minute warm-up and then introduce them? Yeah, we're worried that the Vancouver crowd is too laid back. We just came back from Mexico. And I went, well, you should have filmed in Mexico. Mm-hmm. They're crazy. And they went, yeah. I went, okay. I mean, if that's what you really, what an easy gig. Yeah. I'd come out, you guys ready for Metallica? Yeah. You ready for some? Yeah, ooh, yeah. Dude, you guys ready for some Metallica tonight? We're going to be filming a movie. Huh? Are you guys out there? Huh? How easy is this?
Okay.
I show up. I'm so excited. I'm checking out. I got rented a bike out in Vancouver, and I'm riding around. Oh, I'm enjoying life.
Now, you're almost like part of the band.
Yes, I'm talking to James. James like, hey, dude, what are you doing later? I'm like, hanging out with you, Jaime. Like, what are we doing? So,
Jaime.
Little known fact. I didn't know that.
So, I show up, and their stage manager, whatever, doesn't matter the name. He goes, Breuer, listen, and it says, Jim Breuer, 8:05 to 8:40.
Okay.
And then introduced Metallica, and I went, hey, hey. This is not on the plan. And he goes, and their intention was, we want Metallica fans to know who Jim Breuer is and start building you up. At least I know that's where his heart was.
Right.
And the guy goes, listen, I know the movie company wants you to do, this ain't his exact words, this ain't the Johnny Carson yuck 'em up. Well, you go up there and you do your spoken word. The minute he said spoken word, I knew I was in trouble. I knew he had no clue.
What does that mean?
He said, you go up and do your spoken word
like
thing.
Like stand up?
I guess that's what he meant. You do your spoken word. I went, so you want me to do like 35, 40 minutes? I said, is there screens that they can see me? Because I'm a lot of visual. I'm not killer with the jokes. I'm visual character storytelling. He went, no, you're going to be fine. You're going to murder. You're going to come look at the stage. And he brings me to the stage. It's the size of the entire floor of the arena. And it's in a round, or in an oval. So I'm going, okay, there's, all right,
We'll do it.
If that's what I got to do. Well, I walk up. First of all, now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have full confidence. If I'm opening for Metallica, put me anywhere in the States, I will take that challenge I'm not afraid of anyone. They know me. I can appeal to them. I can play it. I've done it. Not worried about it. I'm in Canada. They know me, but not really.
He's familiar.
Who's this guy, eh? Hey, that ain't no Michael Myers, eh? So they introduced me, and they go, "Are you guys ready for Metallica?" Please welcome a good friend of the comedian, Mr. Breuer.
Set you up for
And
failure.
while they were cheering, it literally just started into the booze. But
you heard booze?
when they're first introduced.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, definitely heard the booze. So I walk out, and while you 80% of the audience is always behind your back, no matter where you're facing.
Yeah, you're in the round.
You're in the round, and it's in the oval. It's an oval. Picture the bottom of a hockey arena. So if I'm in the middle facing this side, so now I start hearing a section. There isn't like people, like 5 people. It's a section. And I got to turn and address that section before it starts spreading.
Oh, no.
And so I didn't bomb, but I will say I just fend them off like the lion guy, the guy in the Ringling Brothers circus with the chair. And I held them off, and I came off stage and went, all right, tomorrow I got to do this 2 nights in a row. I got a whole different, I'm not getting paid or nothing. I'm just being flown. It's like a favor. No, I already blew off a serious amount of money to do
2
this.
sold out,
I was in a serious amount. I had to move them. It was a big thing. I had to lie to I'm in a movie. I'm not in it. So, I go over there, and the second night I walk out and I'm scoping the crowd, and there's this little kid, maybe 9, 10 years old, and he's got a wristband. And I said, "Hey man, those look like because James Hetfield gave me these wristbands." I went, "Oh, cool. Where are you gonna be hanging out today?" "I'm gonna be hanging out right here in a bit." "Great. I got a hostage." I went on stage, and before I come, like, "Are you guys ready for Metallica? Here's what's great about Metallica. There's a kid in here. And I brought him on stage and was like having you can't boo me.
You can't boo me, yeah.
Well, I got a 10-year-old who's good friends with James Hetfield. So it was a lot of. I did crowd work. It was like a TV warm-up guy.
Yeah.
I went, "Section 205, I don't think you're ready for tonight. I don't think you're ready for tonight." Because this section, they're ready. When they say, Master, Master, I want to hear, Master. So, see, that's the way you do it. So I came over to, so I'm doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then even with them, I was supposed to end it and then bring them on. Metallica didn't go on for like another 40 minutes after me. So that, technically I opened, but
You could say you open up for Metallica.
I could say I opened
counts.
up.
It's on your resume.
It counts.
Put it on
counts.
the resume for sure, man.
It's on it, but I tell you, the States, I would take on that challenge any day. I play the rock festivals. I don't feel the rock people are my people.
Those are your people.
But Canada, yeah, no.
I thought they're supposed to be polite up there. Well, that's another lie.
It was
another
I
lie
got a
about
horrible
Canada.
write-up. Oh, dude, it was a
They're on
nightmare.
maple syrup at you and hockey sticks.
Yeah, the guy tore me up in the papers. It was
And
horrible.
listen, you're going to be at Busch tomorrow. That's Metallica was here a couple weeks ago, played Busch Stadium.
Yes, I know.
It was great.
They were great.
Fantastic.
It rained and my socks were wet.
You like their new stuff?
I do.
I love it.
I
do
do
too.
like the new stuff.
I think it's the
Really good.
best rock album in like 30 years.
Dude, it was a great show. Fire and just the stage.
drums.
Man, it was drums and
drums.
the rain and my socks were wet. That's all I could think about is my socks being wet.
Socks wet in the parking.
Ah, God.
Parking, too.
And the parking situation.
Speaking of rock,
Volbeat.
Volbeat was
Yeah,
great.
they were good
Yeah,
too.
They were great.
Who doesn't like Elvis metal?
Who opened?
Yeah.
They had ropes set up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had
Volbeat, they had the ring.
like a ring set up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of that.
Let's get ready to rumble. Hey!
Speaking of rock challenge, you should have been the singer to take over for Brian Johnson with AC/DC.
You
Dude,
know.
you're 1,000 times more fit for that gig than Axl Rose.
That's so funny. Poor bastard. Can you imagine? Just you wake up one day, tour's over. We're back on. We got Axl.
Yeah, wasn't he having hearing problems? They said he was having hearing problems. And what's the real story? You know the real story.
You know the story. Just look it up.
I
Anyone
want to
could
hear
tell
from
you.
you. But you're buddies with Brian Johnson, aren't you?
I heard things.
Oh, that's not nice. All right, Jim Breuer, 2 shows tonight at Helium Comedy Club. He's got a sold-out show tomorrow at 7:30, but tickets are still available for the 10 o'clock show tomorrow night at Helium Comedy Club. It's a great club.
And that's the last one, so I'm going to have a lot of fun the last one.
Yeah, and tickets are going fast for all the shows.
Yeah, the last one, Thursday night, last night Thursday nights are great for me if I roll into town because I'm just flying off the handle.
That's great.
Friday and Saturday, you kind of want to kill them, but Saturday, last show, it's another
All right.
one. I'm going to fly.
Go buy
off
your
the handle.
tickets. Buy your tickets. Yeah. Anything to plug?
No,
Besides
just
show?
me.
All right, that's Jim Breuer, everybody.
There you go.
He's a nice guy.
Fantastic.
He's a nice guy.
Thanks for the.
Even though Chris Kattan hates you, you know.
I'm sure he does.